Your dreams are closer than you think. Full expanded script. Intro. Setting the scene. You've been walking this road for a while now. Some days it feels like your dream is right in front of you, so close you can almost touch it. Other days it feels like you're chasing a horizon that keeps moving further away, no matter how hard you run. You work, you try, you push through setbacks, you keep showing up. And still, there are moments when you wonder if you're even getting closer. Here's the truth no one emphasizes enough. Your dreams are not off in some unreachable distance. They are not locked behind decades of waiting. They are not reserved for other people, the lucky ones, the well-connected, the chosen few. They are closer than you think. Right now, yes, even now, you might already be standing on the edge of the breakthrough you've been praying for. Think about how many things in your life you once thought were impossible, but are now part of your normal, everyday reality. Remember the job you once only dreamed of having, the relationship you thought was out of reach, the skill you thought would take forever to learn. At one time, those things were far away too, but they happened. They became real. The same is true for the dream you're carrying today. The progress you've made, the lessons you've learned, the connections you've built, they've been quietly working for you all along. The reason it doesn't feel dramatic is because you're living inside it. You're so focused on what's ahead that you can't see how much ground you've already covered. What if the gap between where you are and where you want to be is only a handful of steps wide? What if those steps are already right beneath your feet, waiting for you to take them? What if you're closer than you've ever imagined, and all that's left is for you to keep moving long enough to see it? Section 1. The illusion of distance. One of the biggest lies we tell ourselves is that our dream is far away. We say it because it feels safe. If it's far away, then it's okay not to give everything to it right now. If it's far away, we don't have to risk failing yet. If it's far away, we can stay in preparation mode forever, safe from disappointment, but also safe from actually making it real. But what if that distance is mostly in your head? What if the timeline you've decided on is far longer than reality requires? We've been conditioned to think that success takes decades. We've been told to be patient so often that we assume waiting is the only way. But the truth is, momentum can shift in a moment. Doors can open in a week that you've been knocking on for years. Think about it. You've seen it happen. Someone working quietly for years, suddenly in the spotlight. Someone pushing through endless no's, finally getting that one yes that changes everything. It looks sudden from the outside, but it's never sudden. It's the result of all the small, unseen steps that came before, finally stacking up high enough to tip the scale. Right now, you're carrying seeds you planted months, maybe even years ago. You might not see the roots, but they're growing deep. And when they break the surface, the people around you will call it overnight success. But you'll know the truth. You've been preparing for this moment all along. And here's the thing, because you've been moving toward it for so long, you might not realize how much ground you've already covered. The last stretch often feels the hardest, not because it's actually harder, but because you're so close that your mind is testing you, asking if you really want it badly enough to take the final steps. Section 2. Recognizing the signs. The most frustrating thing about chasing a dream is that it doesn't come with a progress bar. You don't get a notification that says, "You are 87% of the way there, keep going." If you did, you'd probably push through the tough moments with more energy because you'd know the finish line was near. But while you can't measure your progress with exact numbers, you can learn to recognize the signs that you're getting close. And they're often more obvious than we realize once we learn to pay attention. You start meeting people who share your vision or open unexpected doors for you. Opportunities begin to show up that echo the very thing you've been imagining. You overhear conversations or read things that line up perfectly with what you've been working toward. Your ideas start getting noticed. You find yourself invited into rooms you didn't think you belonged in. At first, these moments might feel like coincidences, but they're not. They're alignment. They're proof that the energy you've been putting out into the world is coming back to you. They're signs that your dream is circling you, waiting for you to close the gap. It's also worth noticing how your own readiness changes. You start feeling more confident in your ability to handle the opportunity if it came tomorrow. You're less afraid of failing because you've built the resilience to recover quickly. You catch yourself speaking about your dream with more certainty, less hesitation. These are all signs that the external world is matching your internal growth. And when that happens, breakthroughs tend to follow. Pay attention. Momentum often whispers before it roars. Section 3. The power of one more step. You could be one yes away, one handshake away, one introduction away, one bold decision away from everything shifting. But most people quit right before the breakthrough because they mistake the final stretch for failure. They tell themselves, if it hasn't happened yet, maybe it's not meant to. Here's the truth. The final stretch often feels the most exhausting because you're so close. Imagine pushing a boulder uphill. At the start, it's heavy, but you have fresh energy. In the middle, you've found your rhythm. But right before the top, your muscles burn, your breath shortens, and everything in you says, just put it down. If you stop there, the boulder rolls back. But if you push just a little more, it tips over. And once it's rolling downhill, momentum takes over. Your dream works the same way. Every email you've sent, every connection you've made, every late night you've worked, it's been building pressure like water behind a dam. From the outside, it looks still, but underneath, it's moving fast. Then, one small crack forms, the water rushes out, and everything changes. But you can't predict which action will be the one that cracks the dam. That's why the only way to guarantee you find it is to keep going long enough to take it. Section 4. Shifting your perspective. What if you stopped looking at your dream as something over there and started seeing it as something you're already stepping into? The more you see yourself as someone already living in alignment with that dream, the faster it comes to you. When you believe you're already on the way, you make different choices. You carry yourself with more confidence. You speak with more authority. You stop chasing and start attracting. People notice the difference and opportunities respond to it. Instead of asking, when will I get there? You start asking, what would someone who's already on the way do next? That one question can change everything. When your energy, your habits, and your belief all line up with your dream, you stop working against yourself. You stop creating distance. You start collapsing the timeline between where you are and where you want to be. Section 5. Trusting the process. Right now, you have no idea how much you've already prepared for the moment you're waiting for. The challenges you've faced, the detours you've taken, the people who've come and gone, all of it has shaped you into someone who's ready for more than you realize. The waiting seasons aren't wasted seasons. They're training seasons. They're where you've built the patience, the discipline, the resilience you'll need to handle your dream when it arrives. It's easy to trust when you see progress. It's much harder to trust when you feel stuck, but that's exactly when trust matters most. You are not starting from zero. You're starting from every lesson, every skill, every relationship you've gained so far. Even when nothing seems to be moving, the foundation is still being built. And when the timing is right, all of that invisible work will make sense. Outro. Your dreams are closer than you think. Don't measure the distance to your dream by what you can see. Measure it by the fact that you're still in the game. Every step forward, no matter how small, counts. Every act of showing up counts. Every decision not to quit counts. You may wake up tomorrow to the same routine, the same grind, the same challenges, but that doesn't mean you're in the same place. You're further along than you've ever been, and you are closer than you've ever been. One day soon, sooner than you think, you'll look back and realize you were already standing on the threshold. You'll see that the moment you thought you were far away, you were actually right there. One breath, one choice, one step away from everything you wanted.